As we enter our 10th year at Perth Autism Support, we just wanted to take a moment to reflect back on our 2021, some of the successes and challenges, and also some of the plans that we have in place for moving into 2022. As of the end of November this year, we had 989 children and young people registered for services, and we expect that to continue to grow as we move into 2022. Children's Services had a really successful 2021. Although we had some restrictions in place due to COVID-19, which meant that we had to have much smaller group sizes and that we didn't get out to our outreach hubs as frequently as we would have liked, we had a really successful Care Inspectorate report, which was published this month. Our Care Inspector came out to visit us in the October holidays, and we were delighted with the feedback that we got in terms of our understanding of our children and young people, keeping our children and young people at the centre of everything that we do, and the care and support that our staff provided to the young people. Our transition services for 14 to 18-year-olds continue to move from strength to strength. We had some challenge at the beginning of the year with young people who hadn't had their usual transition into adult services that we would usually provide prior to the COVID-19 pandemic. However, we secured further funding from the National Lottery to allow us to extend the age of young people staying with us to allow that to happen. We also had another really successful pop-up independent travel week, which is funded by Smarter Choices, Smarter Places. And we continue to see the service grow. We're really excited to bring to you all some extra supports and groups in 2020. Our newest service area, Employability Services, continue to grow, and we have some really exciting plans for 2022. This year, throughout 2021, we have developed our Ready to Work employability programme for autistic teens, and this has been supported by an external consultation funded by the R.S. McDonald Charitable Trust, which allowed external consultants Catch the Light to spend some time with local employers and with 3 of our young people going through the full programme to evaluate what works, what doesn't work, and what ways we can improve that as we move forward into the next year. Our employability team have secured funding from the Scottish Government Understanding Autism Fund and from SSE for a range of different funds that they have to allow us to deliver 10 employability programmes throughout Perth and Kinross in 2022. And we are also in the process of becoming an SQA approved centre, which will allow each of our young people who go through the employability programme to leave with an SQA qualification. The Employability Services team have worked extensively with employers throughout Perth and Kinross this year to deliver training, to develop their understanding of the strengths that autistic employees can bring to a neurodiverse workforce, and to help support them, to support our young people within work placements and work experiences. And we'd like to say a huge thank you to each and every employer who got involved with the programme so far. And if anybody does want to take part in that programme as we move forward in 2022, please do get in touch with us, because we'd be delighted to hear from you. Our Employability Services team started this year with our pilot cybersecurity neurodevelopmental skills development programme, delivered in partnership with Perth College UHI. The programme has been a huge success, and we have secured further funding from the UK Government to deliver 2 more programmes for young people at the beginning of 2022 between January and June. And the programme was also highlighted as a commended winner at the College Development Network Awards this month in Glasgow for the Inclusive College Award. Our family and education services have been busier than ever before, and that has actually been one of our biggest challenges this year. The demand for our services for intensive family support, one-to-one family support, and support with young people engaging in education and from our education colleagues has seen an unprecedented increase in referrals to both of those services. We have worked really hard with the limited resource that we do have to meet the demands. We do know that some people have had a bit of a wait on those service areas, and for that we thank you for your patience. And I would also like to take the time to thank the team in the Family and Education Services who have worked so hard this year to make sure that we can get round and support as many families and young people as possible. We continue to look to how to improve that, to ensure that we cut waiting times, to ensure that we can increase our resource to meet the demand. And we are very thankful that we work in partnership with Perth and Kinross Council Children Education Services really closely. And we're looking at how we can change our processes, change referral pathways, and think about how we can best support children and families with all of us working together to help meet the demand. 2021 has been our busiest training year ever, with an increased number of sessions delivered to colleagues in Perth and Kinross Council, NHS Tayside, various third sector organisations across Scotland, and of course to our parents and carers, whose programme continues to run as it does every year. With such an increase in numbers and demand on services, we have added to our staff team, and we've secured further funding for 6 new posts as we move into 2022. And so we do see next year getting a little easier in terms of service delivery and that manage of resource challenge that we have had this year. The other exciting news that we shared with you all at the end of this year was that we're moving. So from the 1st of February 2022, we will be moving to 14 New Row, just down the hill from where we are at the moment at Market Street. Our new premises is about 4 times our current size of the building that we're in, which means that if we do continue to have COVID restrictions, we'll be able to offer more groups to meet the demand from young people wanting to access services. And we are also delighted that we will have an outside space that we're looking to transform into a sensory garden, but also a garden kitchen that will allow the young people to grow their veg that they use in cookery classes, for example. So we're really excited about that move, and we look forward to welcoming you all to our new premises when we move in. So all that remains to do is to say a huge thank you, first of all, to our Board of Trustees, to our amazing staff team, and to our volunteers. Your hard work, your flexibility, your dealing with change, all with keeping children, young people and families at the heart of everything you do, has been inspirational this year. And it's been an absolute pleasure to lead you all through the year that we've just had. We also want to thank our funders for believing in us as an organisation, for believing in what we do, for seeing our vision and mission, and for trusting us to make a difference to the lives of children, young people and families throughout Perth and Kinross. And by no means least, a huge, huge thank you to our children, young people and families. It's an absolute privilege to walk alongside you in your journey. It's an absolute privilege to learn from you and to be beside you when you need us. We couldn't do what we do without you, and you really are the heartbeat of PAS. So as we move into our next 10 years, thank you. Thank you for being you, and thank you for trusting us. We appreciate you.